5, 6, 7, 8. Give us a raise, loser.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Break Room Podcast. I'm your host, Trey. Here's the other... I'm not your host, Trey. I'm Derek. The other host's name is Trey. Say hi, Trey.
Hi, Trey.
Yeah, I figured you'd fucking say that.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh, I like that name. All right, we'll get there, though. All right,
Yeah.
So welcome to the final episode of the 2023 version of the Break Room Podcast. You know, in a couple days now, it'll be the new year.
It'll be 2024.
Yeah, we get to restart again.
You could almost say we've been doing this podcast for a year.
Oh, God, don't be one of those people.
It's actually only been, is it 4 months?
In September, so 3 months, something like that.
3 months, okay.
Which it
Almost
does not
4 months.
feel like it's only been that long. It feels like we've been doing this forever
All right,
already.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But in a good way, not a bad way or anything. But I decided we were going to do a couple things for this episode. You know how we talked about before, I have a whiteboard where we have all these ideas laid down.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I composed a little list for now. I composed a little list of some major things that happened this year, and I want to see if not only Trey remembers it, but if the audience remembers some of these things. Now, I left some things out because as I went through day by day a calendar of events that happen across the world. And
Very cool.
A lot of it is very blah, as in just legislation getting passed, Supreme Court shit, stuff like that, shootings.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that. It's not fun. It's not, a happy
That's
topic
boring
or
stuff.
anything. Yeah.
And not to sound crude, but the shooting stuff unfortunately is nothing new.
No, it's nothing new, and it's always in the fucking news, so it's not like it's anything... It's big, obviously, right? But it's not like a world-changing event, right? So I went through some things, and I picked some things out that throughout the year caught my eye a lot and interested me, and things that wowed me, okay? So, we are going to start with... I'm so bad at this. Let me pull this up. All right, so January 1st of this year, Trey. I want to see if you heard this. The FDA designated sesame seeds as one of the major food allergies. Did you know that?
I think I remember seeing something about that, but it wasn't in January that I saw it. I remember seeing something, but it wasn't. I don't think I saw that specific thing in January.
Yeah, that shit happened on January 1st, and not only have I never heard about it since then, but I see sesame seeds now everywhere I fucking go. It's kind of crazy.
Like on food items?
Yes. So, like, the reason I say that is because I remember as a kid, the only time I ever thought about sesame seeds was on a fucking Big Mac, right? And then after I saw that in the news this year, everywhere I fucking went had something with sesame seeds on it. It was crazy. And I never really, put my mind to it or anything. But, so the next very day, I know you'll remember this because it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin collapsed from cardiac arrest after a tackle.
I watched the clip of it a few times.
Yeah, we were in Florida on vacation, and I was sitting on a patio at our little apartment / Airbnb thing, and I remember everyone in the living room going, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "What?" They said, "Some dude just died on the field." And I went, "What?" And I walked in there, and they were
Died?
like, "Yeah, because they thought he died because he wasn't breathing." I was like, "Holy fuck! It's only January 2nd, And mind you, just a few hours before that, I found out that Ken Block had died.
Oh.
And then a few hours before that, Jeremy Rayner got fucked up.
Was it 2022, January 1st, where Betty White died, or was that this year?
I believe it was this year. I did not cover that, though.
Oh, okay.
So, moving on. The next thing that major happened was in February.
Oh,
Norfolk.
Man.
What?
I was in the I would have been working at Walmart, and I was in the break room when I was in the break room when I heard about what's his name? Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin.
I don't want to sound stupid. Damar Hamlin. Okay. Yeah, I was at Walmart when I watched it and heard about it.
Oh, gotcha. Were you working nights that day?
I might have been. I might have been working a 1 to 10 or 10 to 7. Probably
That's
a 10
wild.
to 7.
That's crazy that you were still working those hours this year. That feels like so long ago already. That's fucking
Yeah.
wild. All right, so the next thing that happened was February 3rd, I believe. A Norfolk Southern train derails while carrying dangerous chemicals outside of East Palestine, Ohio, causing a large environmental disaster.
That doesn't feel like that happened already in February. That feels like it happened way sooner. Or actually no, it feels like it happened longer time ago,
Yeah.
but
And
and then it happened like 8 more times with different other trains.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It happened like 8 fucking more times, all the way up until like last month. It happened again in like Texas. It was crazy, and that shit's still going on. By the way, like they're still telling people not to drink the water and shit in East Palestine.
Yeah,
which is wild, and it sounds a lot like that movie White Noise, if you've ever seen that.
I've heard about it. It's actually people were commenting about that on the news article, saying like, go watch this movie if you are interested in this stuff.
Yep. And remember they tried to tell them to drink the water and they wouldn't fucking drink it, the politicians or whatnot.
Isn't that what happens in The Crazies?
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
So the very next day, right, the suspected Chinese spy balloon is shot down by a missile off the coast of South Carolina. Now,
this is when everyone started coming out with the memes for that and the pigeons.
Yes. Now, but this is where it gets crazy, okay? Because I did not know about this.
Yeah.
In the same week, the United States shot down another one over Alaska, and then they shot down another one over Canada.
I
Three
think I heard about
balloons
those
in 1 week. I had only heard about the South Carolina one. I did not know about the other two, so when I was reading this, I was like, what the fuck happened? You know?
Yeah.
It's very weird how
It's
that
a little
all
sketch.
went down. It was a very crazy time this year, back in February. And then, obviously, a week later, the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes gets MVP.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, now we fast forward to April. Okay. Within minutes of each other, Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon both get fired from Fox News and CNN.
Yep.
Very crazy because they were both the top performers at Fox and CNN, and they both got fired at basically the same time. Everyone was in a chaotic rampage, didn't know what to do about the situation, you know. And then it turns out that fucking Tucker got a goddamn Twitter show or whatnot, and that's exploded, which is very coincidental, stuff like that. Now, we fast forward to June. Okay, it was a quiet time in May. Now, June. This is for all you gamers out there. This may not sound big if you're not a gamer, but this is very, very big. The FTC files to block a proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft. Very, very wild. It was one of the top cases by the FTC for its time.
That's like when they were saying that they couldn't buy, like they wanted to buy Call of Duty, right? But they
want to buy Activision as a whole. So everything Activision owns.
But they denied it, right?
They had said no in June. Now, obviously, if you follow the case, it ended up going through about, what was it, last month or the month before? So eventually they got it passed, but they fought it for a long time throughout the whole summer, right?
So then, is Call of Duty then not gonna be a Sony thing?
So that was the big thing of why they wanted to block it, because, you know, big competitors or whatnot. Apparently, just to sum it up, because I don't want to go deep into it, Microsoft had written out a contract for Sony saying that we'll keep Call of Duty on your console for 10 years, and then everything will be exclusive to Xbox for the most part. You know,
if they keep Call of Duty for 10 years, oh boy.
Well, now that's where it gets tricky, because PlayStation turned down the deal. They said, fuck no, we're not doing that, right? So when all the dust settled, it sounds like nothing's going to change other than Xbox owns it, and everything will be like, you know how we get things early for Call of Duty and shit.
It's going to be them.
It'll be back to Xbox like it used to be.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't either. So it's whatever at the end of the day. If Xbox makes it better, they make it better. You know, it's a positive in my book at the end of the day. Now, June 18th. An underwater submersible called Titan goes missing during a dive to visit the wreck of the Titanic. Now, that feels like it was fucking yesterday.
Yeah.
That was in June. That's
Jesus.
wild. That is actually wild.
I remember reading up about all that, and I remember looking up the videos of like how fast it happened for them to, pass away.
Oh, yeah.
One of the YouTubers I actually watched, he was supposed to go on that dive, but he went on the practice dive.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't. But he didn't go through. He didn't want to do it.
Well, it's a good thing he fucking didn't, obviously.
He would have been. It would have. I don't know if it would have gotten uploaded, but he was gonna. Yeah, he was gonna make a YouTube video out of it and everything.
Yikes. Well, obviously it wouldn't have been uploaded because, it would have exploded. Now, that took over the entire month of June, okay? Nothing really much was happening in the news. Now, we get to July, okay?
Yeah.
4th of July just happened, the next day. I don't even know if you remember this. The Metaverse, okay, launches Threads as a competitor to Twitter. Do you even know what the fuck Threads is?
No, I don't.
That is crazy, right? So Threads was a direct competitor to Twitter that Facebook put out. Yeah. It was popular for like 2 fucking days, and then everyone left it. I don't even know if it's still up or not. But they really thought it was going to beat Twitter, and then it flatlined 2 days later, basically.
That's how it go. That's how it goes.
Oh yeah. Now, August was kind of a lull. Nothing really happening major, so we're gonna skip August now. We're gonna jump to September. September 15th. The UWA, or the UAW, I mean, United Auto Workers, they began their strike, which was one of the craziest things to happen, strike-wise in America, next to the nurses and teachers this year, and casino staff, by the way. Those all striked within 2 months of each other.
Yeah.
Very, very big. Now, they got all that resolved or whatnot at the end of September, stuff like that. I think it was mid-October is when the last one got absolved. Anyways, now we jump to October. October 7th, to be exact. That is when the Palestine-Israel war started, which is crazy to think about because I feel like it's been going on forever, and it's only been since October. I don't want to go into too much detail about it. It's a very controversial thing right now, but it started on October 7th. And then we get to this month, because November was kind of a shallow month as well. You know, you had your Thanksgiving, stuff like that. Then we get to this month where a couple things happened. A couple things happened yesterday and today, actually. So, yesterday, do you know who Gypsy Rose Blanchard is?
Yeah, we've talked about this. You were watching the show like a month or two ago.
It was not that's crazy you think it was a month or two ago. It was like last year.
What it feels. Oh, I remember you and me talking about it like it was I feel like it was 2 months ago.
We might have talked
what was it called? The Act?
Yeah. So she got out yesterday.
Yep. She was released at like 3:30 in the morning or something like that.
And then today, the last big
How long was she in jail then?
10 years.
Oh, so the show was made like right after she was arrested or what?
No, the show was made in like 2018.
Okay, so they made a show about it when it was close to her time being released.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. So,
okay.
A big thing that happened today, unless something else big happens tomorrow or Sunday, this will be the last big thing, and it's another gamer thing, kind of. It's also a financial thing, if you read into that. Bobby Kotick resigned today from Activision. Big thing. Now, he didn't resign on his own free will. He got bought out for billions of dollars to leave Activision because, Microsoft's going to take it over. But he left today, and it's big because a lot of people say he is the reason why Call of Duty and other titles under the Activision family have turned to shit. They say that he's a very negative part of everything, so they bought him out, and he is now gone as of today.
Okay.
So now we are in the now. To December 29th, 8:34 p.m. Now we're here, and that was the year. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot happened, but those were the major things that caught my eye throughout the year that I was like, you know what, I really wanted to talk about that as a year wrap. So, there's 2023, everyone. Hooray. What a great year. Not really. It's about the most mid-year I could ever think of. No, that's not true. Last year was a pretty mid-year, too. But, yeah. So, Trey. After I just went through that, we had discussed earlier that we were going to talk about some crazy world records that happened this year. You know, some wacky things. You know, things that weren't all sad and bad. We wanted to talk about the wackier side of 2023. So I had Trey look up a few or several crazy world records that were accomplished this year. I have some of my own as well. And what I had anticipated for it to be is Trey would tell me the world record, and I'm gonna guess how they beat it. Like, let's say Trey says, Derek, some dude broke the world record for the most jumping jacks done. How many did he do? And then I'm gonna guess, and then it's either right or wrong, and then vice versa. I'm gonna ask him, right? So, Trey, would you like to bring your world records to the table, please?
Yeah. Sorry, I seem to have spilled my drink, and it's on the carpet, and I can see it.
Oh no! What is it?
It was sun-kissed.
Oh no! There's gonna be an orange spot on the carpet.
I might, after this episode, I might have to go get some of the awesome spray with paper towel and.
Did you spill your drink while I was talking?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh fuck!
I sat there contemplating if I should sprint downstairs to grab it, but it's fine.
I would have kept the show going. All you had to do was text in the Discord chat that you were leaving real quick. I would have just kept talking.
Oh no, it's okay. All right. World records of 2023.
Now, don't give away the answer when you ask me the question.
I'm gonna try my best not to, because some of them are really detail oriented. So I'm gonna try my best. How high do you think a comedy show has occurred? Like, what do you think would be the? Yeah.
Ooh, so that got broke this year. The tallest comedy show.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say it's probably something crazy, and they probably did it 18,000 feet.
You're actually really close.
Nice. Where are we at?
They performed comedy duo Ellie Gibson and Helen Thorne, better known as the Scummy Mummies, achieved the Guinness World Record title for the highest altitude stand-up comedy gig when they donned gold cat suits on Mount Everest in March.
Mount Everest?
They performed at 17,417 feet at Sagarmatha Salukhumbu, Mount Everest in Nepal, to a chilly audience of fellow climbers, mountaineers, and bemused Sherpas.
Who in the... Okay, now I don't know if you know about climbing in Mount Everest, okay? Obviously, I've never done it. But when you get to be that high up in the air, you need oxygen masks and tanks.
They're not. No one there is in oxygen masks.
Now, I understand, because if they're native people, they're used to, the elevation change, and they don't need it.
Yeah.
But if these people aren't native to there, how the fuck were they doing a comedy show and not having oxygen on them? That's wild.
None of them are. There must be at like that point right before they get to the actual ascend.
That's crazy. What the fuck? All right. I got you. I got one for you. Trey.
Mm-hmm.
A cat broke the record this year for most skips in 1 minute.
Skips?
Okay? Skips.
What? What?
Yes, cats skip. I also said the same thing when I read this out loud to myself. How many times do you think a cat can skip in 1 minute?
10.
You're very close. It was 9 times. A talented tabby cat from Missouri vaulted over a jump rope 9 times in 1 minute. Now, there is a video of this, and I might put it in the show, I might not, depends on how long it takes me to edit it.
Yeah.
But this cat jump ropes 9 times in 1 minute. I didn't know cats could fucking jump rope. Let alone 9 times.
Yeah. You know how there's a dog show on every Thanksgiving? There should be a cat show.
Well, I mean, they kind of get you with the kiddie bowl for the Super Bowl.
Oh, do they do that?
Yeah, they do a puppy bowl and a kiddie bowl.
Bet.
You didn't know that?
No, I
We're
guess
watching
I
it.
forgot.
We're watching it next year, don't worry.
Next year.
Well, yeah, it'll be next year. We're still in 2023
Jesus.
today, buddy.
All right.
Hit me with one.
Oh, okay. How many and how long do you think one could juggle while riding a unicycle?
A unicycle. So they were juggling while riding a unicycle?
Yup.
How long?
Yup.
Is it measured by hours or miles?
It's time, like,
So hours.
well, seconds.
Oh. Okay. 57 seconds.
That is a crazy guess. Cambridge University student James Cozens becomes a juggling world record holder on May 7th after honing his skills with his performance analysis software that he developed himself. The engineering PhD student achieved a Guinness World Record for most objects juggled while riding a unicycle.
Oh, I never told you how many objects.
Juggling 7 balls
you
for 16.77 seconds at Cambridge Selwyn College.
Okay, I gave that guy way too much
Selwyn
credit.
College. Yeah.
7 balls?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't juggle 2.
I can't juggle.
I can't, that's what I'm saying, I can't juggle. Let alone 7 motherfucking balls. On a unicycle.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Alright, this is kind of similar to that, because, it's pretty impressive. Now, Trey, how many magic tricks do you think you could do? How many magic tricks do you think you could do in a minute underwater?
4.
You're not giving this guy enough credit. Avery Fisher, 13 years old, by the way. She is a woman. Combined her interest in scuba and stage magic to perform 38 tricks in 1 minute while submerged in a tank at the aquarium of the Bay in San Francisco.
She just kept pulling out that stuff out of that magic wand.
From what I saw, it's a bunch of card tricks and shit like that. It's wild. In 1 minute, 38 tricks underwater. Do you know how slow you move underwater?
She's
Well, she had a scuba suit on, but still.
Okay.
That's 38 magic tricks in 1 minute. That is wild. All right.
38 magic tricks while underwater, while holding your breath.
Could you imagine you're sitting there and trying to pull it? Pick your card, any card. All right, hit me with one.
Okay. Let's see. I think you might already know this one. How loud do you think a house cat could purr?
I know you gave me this as an example one the other day, and I can't remember what you told me. I think you said 50 decibels.
Bella, a cat from Huntington, Cambridgeshire, broke the Guinness World Record for the loudest purr in October, measuring 54.6 decibels. The purr was equivalent to the volume of a boiling kettle.
Now, okay. Now, I have a quick thing about that. Because I remember you telling me that, and then the next day I told Emily that, right? And I told her that it's equivalent of a kettle's noise. And she said, oh, that's not that loud. And I went,
what?
Do you not remember how loud a kettle is? And I had to give her an example. She's like, oh, wow. I guess I didn't realize how loud that was. Yeah, that was fucking loud. That is louder than me and you talking in a room.
Yeah.
Could you imagine dude, you would hear that in the driveway. You'd come home from work, you would open the door of your car and close it, and you would look towards the house
yelled
and
at by your cat.
You'd be like, God damn. Your fucking neighbors could hear that.
I'm wondering if it's high pitched or not, though. And that cat, if Dory looked like Turbo, that's what the cat looks like.
That's cute. Dude, I'll tell you what though. If it's low pitched purring, that house is shaking.
That's terrifying.
That is a subwoofer 24/7.
Well, thank God it's a female cat. No, I'm
Why?
just kidding. I act like that'd make a difference.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What's the difference here? God, your house is fucking shaking. All right, I got you with another animal one. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
How fast do you think a parrot can drive a scooter for 5 meters?
A parrot? Probably want a scooter.
Yeah, this bitch ride a scooter. How fast do you think it can take 5 meters on a scooter?
Oh, God. 2 minutes?
Okay, you're not giving this bird enough credit. A speed
Five-
demon
you say 5
5 meters.
Oh, okay.
A speed demon cockatoo named Chico made an appearance on the Italian TV show La Chaude Record and rode his bird-sized scooter. Now, mind you, this thing looks like a little thing made out of a tin can.
Okay.
It's really cute. 16.4 feet is 5 meters, okay? He broke this record in 15 seconds. This bitch is wilding out.
He said, wee!
So basically a little less than a foot a second. Do you know how fast you have to be going on a little scooter?
He's just chilling. It's just another Tuesday for him.
He holds little handlebars with his mouth, I guess, from what I've seen, and he pumps it with his feet, and he also flaps his wings. It's the cutest fucking thing ever.
That just sounds like a cool little parrot.
Yeah, that thing must be smart as hell. All right, hit me with one.
I used to want a parrot.
You still want a parrot?
Huh?
Do you still want one?
I don't know.
Like, are you talking like one of those little green parakeet things, or are you talking like a big white cockatoo?
I'm talking like one that'll actually repeat what I say.
So a cockatoo, or whatever those are called.
Or like even like a macaw.
That's what I'm thinking of, a macaw. Yeah.
Like your standard red, blue, yellow pirate parrot.
Pirate bird.
Yeah.
Would you make it talk like a pirate?
Maybe.
I would.
I put a little eye patch on him.
Little do-rag bandana thing. Yeah. All right, hit me with a record. And just let me know when you're around.
Oh, okay. I only have 5, so this is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. A woman with I don't even know how to fucking. Yeah, I don't know how to. How fast? How fast do you think you could recall 70 celebrity birthdays?
I don't know a single celebrity birthday.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me think about this, though. If you're really into celebrities and you memorize all their birthdays and you can recite them, you said 70?
Yeah.
70 seconds.
Okay. A woman with Down syndrome is very proud after achieving a world record. Heidi Crowder set a world record in June for identifying the most celebrity birthdays in 3 minutes. It said she was very proud to be challenging perceptions about what people with Down syndrome can achieve. Let's see. Miss Crowder from Coventry recalled 70 celebrity birthdays in under 180 seconds.
Hey.
Yeah.
I was half that. Little under half that. Damn it. I was giving her a lot of credit.
I'm gonna have to say this without like sound. I'm not making fun of anything.
Here we go.
No, I'm. Stop. This is like that one skit where, I was aggressively molested.
Every summer.
Why are you laughing? No.
If you laugh again, I'm gonna leave the show. All right. Say what you're gonna say.
I'm wondering if there was any criteria because she had Down syndrome, or if there was no criteria because she did. Like, I don't know if there was any criteria.
I don't think it had anything to do with her having Down syndrome. I think they just added it in there to show that Down syndrome people can, achieve world records. Just
still talk or act normal. Be normal. Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Well, be smart about remembering things,
Yeah.
So,
moving on.
I got one.
Oh, okay.
Tightest gap driven through by a pickup truck on 2 wheels.
Hey, that was my number 5.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right. Tight. Okay. So obviously you know it. So just run it up. Tell me about it.
Student driver breaks a record driving pickup truck on 2 wheels through a tight gap. Student driver Paul Swift, unless this is not the same story and someone else did this.
Same exact thing.
Student driver Paul Swift, 44, from North Allerton, North Yorkshire, claimed his fourth Guinness World Record by completing the tightest gap driven through by a pickup truck only on 2 wheels in November. Mr. Swift was absolutely delighted after he drove a standard Ford Raptor between 2 poles with an average clearance either side of just 44 centimeters.
Oh, okay, so yeah. So mine says 88 in total. It didn't tell me either side. So 88 centimeters is, for English speakers, is 34 inches. Little under 3 foot.
Yeah, but when you see the picture, though, it is so close.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
he's going to touch both those poles, I swear to God, but he doesn't.
I don't know how he got the Ford Raptor to turn like that.
They put one of those little ramps up, so he only hit the ramp on the one side of the car, or the truck.
Yeah,
but the fact that he can drive that straight through a tight gap like that is actually kind of wild. So, what was your number 4 then?
Nothing really crazy, but there was a spooktacular Tim Burton inspired pumpkin and squash mosaic. Or I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Mosaic. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
It's like, for people who don't know, it's like a mural made out of, like, you know, it could be corn, like it could be a cornfield, could be a pumpkin patch like this, for example. Sunnyfields Farm in Southampton became a Guinness World Record holder for a spooktacular Tim Burton inspired mosaic made from more than 10,000 pumpkins and squashes.
Jesus Christ.
And if you want to know what it is, it just looks like it's Jack Skellington's Moonlight stance from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, that's cool. 10,000 pumpkins and squashes to make that?
Yeah.
Do you know how fucking big that has to be? That's a whole fucking pumpkin patch.
That's why I'm looking at they're small.
Oh, still. That's big.
I'm looking at this, but the mosaic and then the direct comparison between where they're standing and where the art is.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that big.
They must be those really tiny pumpkins then you can buy for like $1.
That's what I think it is. And they painted the pumpkins, obviously. There's black, orange, gray, white.
That's still crazy. 10,000 motherfucking pumpkins and squashes.
So I'm wondering, it looks like the size of it's like not even a quarter of a football field.
That's wild. That's still crazy big. Here, I got you. And we get, so you have your 5 done. I'll do this.
Yep.
These last 2 and we'll be done. Okay. Most poker chips balanced on 1 finger. How many do you think that is?
I'm gonna go with 32.
All right. It was achieved
Did a lot more than that.
Yeah. I don't want to butcher his name, so I'm just gonna say his first name. It was broken by Rocco in Italy. It was 255 poker chips.
That would get hard after like 10.
Yeah, because I mean we've played blackjack a handful of times, you know.
Yeah.
And you know how fast those things fucking stack up.
Yeah.
255 of them motherfuckers. That's like 2.5, 3 foot tall. And you're out here balancing on 1 finger. You're wild. Now
he's just walking around. Add another.
Yeah, same guy, by the way. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong. If someone knows, same guy. Most billiard balls held in 1 hand. How many do you think that is?
How the hell? 20?
You were very close. 17.
How do you hold 17 cue balls?
I can only hold 2.
That's why I'm like, what?
17 of them motherfuckers. That is crazy. Now,
I feel like he did the same science. I feel like he had to have them like stacked in a tube, put the tube underneath his hand or on top of his hand, remove the tube, then just have all the balls right there and you're just balancing them.
Fuck. One little move and you're done. Like, that's... No. fuck all that. Here, I'll hit you with one more. Okay, this one's kind of wild. Fastest time to flip 3 water bottles. How fast?
Like bottle flipping?
Yeah.
0.87 seconds.
Oh my god, you're nuts. It was 0.97 seconds.
Oh, okay.
3 water bottles in less than a second.
He's just foop, foop, foop.
Yeah, same guy again, by the way.
What the?
Yeah, this dude's crazy.
He's got sleight of hand.
Oh, fuck. All right, well, that concludes... Or what were we going to say? I'm sorry.
No, here's the reason. The reason I gave you the name of the episode is, I don't know if you heard about this. And I know we just talked about, like, current events that have happened all throughout the year. But this was something that happened, like, a week or two ago. Mm-hmm. But no one really talked about it. Billionaires are building bunkers underground all of a sudden.
That's been happening for years, buddy.
Well, that's what everyone was saying, but a lot of people are doing it, like, a lot of billionaires are doing it now, like, within the last few months.
Well, have you seen the fucking tension in the entire world right now? It's at, like, an absolute high.
Yeah, Morgan got a notification the other day saying North Korea preparing for wartime.
Yeah, North Korea is not a threat. It's been happening since 2016 when Trump was in office. They like to point their finger at people and say, I'm going to blow you up, and then they never fucking do anything. They're like the little kid at the playground. It's all bark and no bite. It's like, right. Meet me after school and I'll kick your ass. And then you say, no, let's just do it right here. And then he runs away. That's North Korea in a nutshell.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all I got. That was just...
But no, you're not wrong when you say that a lot of people, especially if you have money nowadays, they're building these bunkers. And it's not only because of the tension in the world is so high currently, but because of social media and the internet, stuff like that, people are at an all-time high of paranoia. And I'm sure that you've noticed that with people that you talk to. I've noticed it with people I talk to. Everyone is paranoid about everything on some sort of level nowadays.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it, like I said, just has to do with social media, especially TikTok. Now, I like to badmouth TikTok because I fucking hate it. But at the same time, there's a lot of good things on there. I like some accounts on there that are wholesome people, you know. But most of that content is just
copy paste,
and then scare baiting, which is you make something that's scary sounding, looks
convincing.
Yeah, and it is either way worse what they're saying than it actually is, or it's fake altogether, and then people just believe it and they go into panic mode, right? Yeah. And that's been happening really, really bad this year in general. Now, like I said, there's the Palestine-Israel conflict going on. You got the UK-Russia conflict going on. Yes, obviously things are way more tense now than they were, let's say, 5 years ago. But it's way boosted down more by social media than it actually should be. Like you as a singularity person in this country or a country in Europe or stuff should definitely not be on the paranoia scale that people are currently right now.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But so yeah, that really concludes the world record segment and Trey's little prepper talk here.
Now, just so people know, we are going to have a topic coming soon that's going to include stupid world records, that ones that aren't actually Guinness broken. They're just records that we thought were funny, goofy, and that we're going to start talking about.
Oh, you got them ready?
Oh, no.
Oh, damn. I thought we were going to do it right here, right now. I was like, all right, I'm fucking ready. I was ready to ace the fucking quiz, man.
No, that's why I want people to know that, you know, if they like hearing about the world records, that we have some stupid ones that aren't, like, done professionally.
Oh, yeah, I have it on the board. So today we talked about everything that's on the board, and then on the 6th, which is next Saturday, we'll go over what happened during... So if there's any news that happens on Sunday to Monday, that's big. Obviously, we'll talk about it. Me and Trey will recap what we did for New Year's, which is probably not going to be anything crazy, because as far as I know, I'm not doing anything other than sitting at home. I think Emily talked about she wanted to watch Forrest Gump and then have the New Year's in Forrest Gump match the New Year's in real life.
Oh Jesus!
So I think that would be kind of fun.
1972 or whatever the hell it says on the movie.
So I think that would be kind of a fun little thing to do, and then and then we'll talk about those stupid world records that happened at that point last year, quote unquote, this year, and then after that we can start talking about our new things we want to talk about. So on the 13th, which will be after that episode, will be our first episode on Florida Man. So, Trey, would you like to take the first Florida Man episode, or would you like me to?
Florida Man.
Yeah, Florida Man.
I remember that.
You have 2 weeks to prepare. So would you want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
Let's let you take the first go about.
Okay, I'll spin a yarn. I'll tell a sea shanty, if I will.
Okay.
Because I have a great story, and I'll give everyone a little hint about it right now. It's about a balloon and a gun. So if you haven't heard about that story, be prepared for it on the 13th.
I don't think I even know about this story.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna fucking love it. Oh, it's so good. It's only in Florida, man. Get it, Florida Man? Yeah, do you have anything else to add to the episode?
No.
Awesome. All right, then we can wrap here. So thank you for listening to the Break Room Podcast. As always. We obviously like everyone to be on Spotify. I'm going to say the same thing I say every fucking week. Jesus Christ, I sound like a broken record. We like everyone to be on Spotify. It's where we always cultivate most of our audience. But eventually we'll have cameras. I bought a tripod for the camera I'm going to be using. And I have my monitor mounts coming. So I'll have everything set up. So by the Florida Man episode, I will have a camera on me. And it'll be on YouTube. I think Trey also has a camera, and so we'll have both of our bright, shiny faces on it by the 13th. So if you like the video where you can watch our beautiful faces talk, that'll be on YouTube. I mean, it'll also be on Spotify, but I think it wastes more battery if you have that running than just having it on YouTube. So either way, if you like audio only, stay on Spotify. If you want to see our bright, shiny faces in a couple weeks, come over to YouTube. Just subscribe and follow there, and then follow us on Spotify. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to either email us. The email is on the YouTube page, and then I also have a Q&A on the Spotify. And I promise you I will read every single one. I've been waiting to hear anyone's feedback. I've been talking to I saw my brother over the holiday. He watches or listens to the episode, and he was telling me some stuff that he liked about it, and we talked about the show for a little bit. It was kind of a weird conversation because I haven't really talked to anyone about, the show besides you and Emily, Mm-hmm. So just to hear, and our friend Dawson, shout out to Dawson, hey buddy. So it's just kind of weird to talk to people that you usually don't talk to about something that you do. Anyways, so yeah. Thank you for listening to the Break Room Podcast. We hope you have a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and we will see you guys on the 6th. Goodbye.
Goodbye.